Janixa has been married to Omar de Jesus for 7 years, and together they have 4 children: Angie, Omar, Carisma, and Giancarlo. She has been a member of New Life Covenant since 2013 and currently serves on the Radiant Women Ministry. In 2016, she graduated from New Life Covenant School Ministry. Currently, she is attending Southeastern University, working towards her Bachelor's of Science in Ministerial Leadership with the ultimate goal of earning her doctorate. She has a heart to help people overcome the bondage they experience and learn to live a free life in Jesus Christ. Everyone help me welcome Janixa.
Hey!
Thank you so much. It's such an honor, a pleasure, and a joy to be here with you guys today. So let's get right into it. According to the CDC, in 2016, suicide rate rose 30% since 1999. And this is a real life example of the enemy walks around like a roaring lion, waiting to see who he can devour. His swift and cunning method goes unnoticed, yet it is so effective that we pick up the baton and continue running the race towards the self-destruction finish line. If we don't address the brokenness, then that very pattern that was used to try and destroy us, we employ and use it to destroy others. I want to shine a light on the broken pieces of fractured families, how the pain and sorrow are so deeply embedded, and when gone unchecked, these pains lead us to life-altering decisions and compromises that we never thought we'd make. But we have hope because Psalms 147 verse 3 says, God heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So let's talk about this family structure. According to the article in the Journal of Research and Personality, fractured family units with broken attachments lead to physical pain. So any broken attachments can be considered a single family parent home, a divorced home, parents that have abused sexually, physically, mentally, or emotionally. These are all considered broken attachments. So in the study, it was found that the individual who had no positive attachment figure to think of while experiencing stress registered higher markers for pain versus a person who was able to think about a healthy attachment figure while enduring the pain. They registered lower markers for pain. And with a divorce rate being at 50%, there must be procedures set in place to address all of the grieving parties in broken marriages and divorced marriages, and that most certainly includes the children. So according to a study in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, childhood emotional abuse is an indicator to being highly reactive to stressful events. Depressive symptoms increase with individuals who are confronted with the very triggers that remind them of their previous traumas. And when an attachment figure is the very source of your pain, this leads to adulthood depression. So this is why it's important. Because according to the journal Home Healthcare Nurse, alcohol and depression have a comorbidity rate. And that means where you find one, you're sure to find the other. With prolonged alcohol use to self-medicate, that could eventually lead to cirrhosis of the liver. So now that we've talked about, major concerns in our society and our personal lives and our families, and the results of unhealthy attachments, let's talk about why it's important to address our past hurts and overcome them. And according to Drs. Tim Clinton and Dr. Gary Sipsey, their contribution to the Journal of Psychology and Theology, they identified something that is secure attachment. And they say that it's possible to achieve because due to our brain's neuroplasticity, meaning that it's a soft material, it has the ability to recreate different neural circuits that will lead to different patterns and healthier habits. So science already says that change is possible. Their book Attachments identifies the current attachment style that we each have and empowers us with the correct tools to transition into secure attachment. So all we need is just guidance and direction, and our brain is already wired to be able to receive new information, have new experiences, and then employ new habits and behaviors. In addition to discovering your own style and your own identity, you'll be able to identify others and help them with what you have learned. You can help them transition from either an avoidant style, an ambivalent style, or a disorganized style. According to the International Journal of Psychoanalytic Self-Psychology, intergenerational trauma can be treated through counseling. Pairing psychotherapy and faith leads to true healing and overcoming. So let's take a look on how to get this book. It's super easy. Reading the book attachment is a fairly easy process. Including it as a tool with your Christian counseling is beneficial according to the Journal of Psychology and Theology. So you can purchase this book from a variety of vendors. If you have Amazon Prime, you can actually get it in one day. You can set aside time to read. Create a reading schedule. Usually, I recommend reading a chapter a week. And if you say, I have so much to do, I've got little ones running around, my hands are always tied, there's even an audiobook for you. So it's really easy to incorporate this information into your life. You'll be able to reflect on the information you read and begin applying it as necessary. This truly is the gift that keeps on giving, because you can use this information for yourself in platonic relationships like friends, familial relationships, as well as romantic relationships. So in conclusion, according to the National Library of Medicine, 72% of divorces happen during the first 14 years of marriage. Children with divorced parents score lower in academic achievement, and many catalysts lead to attachment complexes. Many different factors outside of divorce and outside of broken families lead to human beings growing into adulthood and struggling to find some sense of security. This book is for everyone. Even though you already might have a secure attachment style and say, hey, I had a great life, with the rates being so high, you most likely know someone who might need it. So I encourage you to get your hands on this information and share the hope that you have for someone else who may not have any hope. Give back to your community and change your future lives, your children's lives, and that of your future generations. Remember, letting go doesn't mean that you don't care about someone anymore. It's just realizing the only person you really have control over is yourself. Deborah Bieber.